By the way, what's this place for? Are you having another guest?
Oh, well, that's Uncle Charlie's place.
Uncle Charlie?
Yes, he used to live with Brad and me, and, well, when he passed on, we just kept setting a place for him.
Yes, we're very sentimental.
Very interesting. When did your uncle pass on?
25 years ago.
25? But you and Brad have only been married a few years.
Shows you how sentimental we are. Oh, poor Uncle Charlie.
Joan, dear, don't you think you'd better see about dinner?
Dinner, yes, of course.
By the way, Brad.
Yes, Mr. Chester?
As I said before, I am prepared to make a nice contribution to your campaign, providing you have nothing whatsoever to do with that two-faced Martin Bishop.
Well, how can you think a thing like that?
You know how I feel about that man.
Oh, I do. You'll excuse me just a moment, won't you, Mr. Chester? Yes. Well, good evening, Mr. Bishop.
Oh, hello.
So nice of you to come.
Thank you. I thought as long as I was taking an active hand in your campaign, that the sooner we got together, the better.
Oh, yes. I see eye to eye on that. We always eat out here in the living room. It's sort of so much cozier.
Just one thing, though, I'd like to have understood. You know how I feel about that no-good George Chester.
Oh, I do.
Oh, we both do.
I hope you haven't been seeing him.
Well, you can't help but run into them in the usual places, movies, department stores, dining rooms, restaurants. And well, I guess I better get dinner ready.
Oh, Joni, I'll help you.
So do I.
No.
Just take it easy.
I hope it won't be very long.
Oh, no. In the meanwhile, read this. The beginning isn't much, but wait till you get to the end.
Oh, yes, it's very, very interesting. Sorry to have kept you waiting, Mr. Chester.
Well, that's all right.
Joni is such a wonderful cook, I just know that you're going to enjoy your dinner.
Roast beef.
Yes, and Joni makes it so wonderfully, too.
Fine.
Thank you.
By the way, Brad, about the campaign, my thought is that if we make a few rallies around town in different parts of the city, why, we really be able to get to the voters.
Oh, yes, I'm all in favor of that. That's very good, yes. The...
Roast beef, my favorite dish.
Oh, I'm so glad, Mr. Bishop. There you are. Potatoes?
Oh, just a few.
Brad loves potatoes. Should but I feel.
Peas.
Peas.
Oh, peas, by all means. Thank you so much.
All right. Now, you start right in. I'll get Brad. Here in a second.
civilized about this. No violence, please. We're all among friends. Aren't we?
Well, what are you doing here?
I could ask the same question of you.
No use, Joni. You can stop now.
I can't help it. I'm rolling.
I hope you realize, Judge Stevens, I'll not contribute 1 cent to your campaign.
That goes for me, too.
You're too cheap to give any money.
Oh, yeah? I'll give more than you will.
Is that so?
Yes.
Well, I'll give 500.
All right, I'll give 600.
I have 6. Do I hear 7?
I'll give 7.
I have 7. Do I hear 8?
Yes, I'll give 8.
I have 8. Do I hear 9? Going.
I'll give 9.
I'll give 1,000.
Oh, to that warm, kind-hearted, generous humanitarian Mr. Chester for $1,000.
I'll give 1,000 too.
I have 1,002. Do I hear 1,003?
Joni.
Will you give 1,003?
No, look, they're both good enough to give $1,000, so just forget about it.
Oh, well, you're both such kind-hearted, generous fellas. Why don't you like each other?
Why don't we like each other? Why don't you know? He... What was it? Why don't I like you?
I'll tell you why I don't like you. We were both after murder. I got her. Why didn't you put up more of a fight for her?
Oh, come on. You fellas don't have any real reason to carry on this silly feud. Let's be friends. Come on, we start out to have dinner. Let's have it together.
Say, that's a very good idea.
What's the matter?
Uncle Charlie's place.
Who's Uncle Charlie?
Your uncle that died 25 years ago.
Well, I don't think he'd mind this time. Do you, Joni?
You wouldn't mind, would you, Uncle Charlie? I didn't think so.
Joan will be back in a minute. Meanwhile, darling, you're on.
We've borrowed dishes from all over the neighborhood to show you this. These are the dishes a family of 4 washes in 1 week. Shows you why we're so happy we have our new GE dishwasher. The dishwasher that pre-rinses.
Now, all we do is this. Brush off loose food waste. There's no hand rinsing needed. And pop it in with the glassware, pots, pans, and silver. That's all.
The GE pre-rinses, washes, rinses. Fan dries your dishes in heated air and shuts itself off. No washing for me, no drying for Bill.
Another reason we're glad we own this GE is health.
Yes, now that colds are so common, it's nice not to have to wash dishes by hand and run the risk of spreading germs.
The dishes washed in a GE are washed in water much hotter than your hands can stand. They come out so clean. No breeding place for germs.
You should have one, and you can. At today's credit terms, you only have to pay about $3.82 a week. See your GE dealer tomorrow.
Hi. Thanks, folks, for letting us visit you in your homes tonight. And just between us, gee, GE appliances are wonderful. See your GE dealer. He's pretty wonderful, too. Good night.
I'm Married Joan. What a girl, what a world, what a life. Oh, I'm Married Joan.
Seen in tonight's cast were Sheldon Leonard, Sandra Gould, Margie List, Bob Sweeney, Shep Menken, Jane Easton, Earl Ross, and Howard Freeman.
Wherever rain has flown, to each his own. Can't deny that's why I married Joan.
I Married Joan, starring Joan Davis, is brought to you each week by General Electric, makers of the most preferred appliances for the home. Remember, you can put your confidence in General Electric.